come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
Dissing the ball left, dissing the ball right, making the right play at the right time, because that's what guards from Plainfield, New Jersey do. Let's see what they do on the court this evening.
It's time to hoop it up. We are ready to go. And away we go. Whistle blows. It's an 8-second violation. The Hornets secure the opening tip as they get the basketball first. We're underway in Charlotte. He throws it down. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Gets to the basket and scores.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Rozier into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocks it down off the step back.
When miracles happen, you accept it but you don't expect it all the time.
Harden. Offensive board to Harden. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Irving to Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. James to Harden. James Harden missed his first. That one goes. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
LeBron James sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Irving. From long range. He engulfed him that time. James to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Batum. 4-3. Not getting the bounce. Harden to Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Fires the 3. Off the mark. No good. Here's Irving into the front court. 10-4 is the score. To Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. Now that's a contest. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Harden. To Rozier. And Davis there to grab the rebound. Harden into the front court. 10-6 our score. Kyrie Irving.
What you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Hornets at the controls of this one. To Batum. Knocked loose. That approach, that's what you want to see. Nice save. To Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Anthony Davis has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 79% at the line. First one goes down. And he makes them both. Rozier with it. Margins 8. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and, most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Irving. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Irving. Anthony Davis rejects it. Hornets recover. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. Durant across the timeline. 14-10 the score. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. He'll run the offense to Nick Batum. Offensive rebound. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 14, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Harden to Leonard. Harden. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Rozier into the front court. Now down 6. To Miles Bridges. Rozier rocking the rim. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
And they called a foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. LeBron James. Huge block. Oh, big finish at the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
1 minute left in the first quarter.
James to Harden. Fires the three. Well, he missed his first 3 from downtown, but he gets this one to go.
And it's called short-term memory. The good players don't have one.
To Rozier. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Look, I'm not the one to hate. I'm the prime example of a bad decision that turned out well.
LeBron James, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. And that's going to do it. Time expires here on the first quarter of play. Good start to this one. After 1 quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast, and the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Batum up against the Weber State product.
Oh, I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Thompson to Davis. Five to shoot. Durant. No good. To Thompson. Durant. Tough shot. Well defended. Anthony Davis.
No! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 3, Terry Rozier. And number 11, Kyrie Irving.
Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Anthony Davis. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
To Davis. Irving. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. To Miles Bridges. Slam dunk.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Kyrie Irving. He's 3 for 7.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Here comes the screen. Nice pass to set things up.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
And stuffs it home.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Rozier with it. Leads one. Great feed. And counted at the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Simmons to Irving. Driving right to the basket.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Batum to Rozier. Terrific vision. Had a good look there, but it's no good. To Durant. Lillard to Davis. Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. Passed it off. Batum gets two.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
Durant with the basketball up top. Down three. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's how you defend. Great looking vision. Flushes it home.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
And a throwdown.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
I got ball. Yeah.
Here comes the screen.
Killing me.
Cleans it up. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Charlotte with the basketball. LeBron James swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Batum, great pass to set it up and finishes strong.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Lead stands at 7. To Batum. The jumper's off the mark. To Davis. To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. And Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Now a timeout coming here from the Hornets coach as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Monk against KD. From long range. Can't connect. It's no good. To Durant. Kyrie Irving. With that, he's 5 for 9. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Down to 5 on the 24, and a pass taken away by Charlotte.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Cleaning the offensive glass. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're a big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Rozier into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
4-3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Nothing going here on that drive. This for the tie. It's good at the buzzer. And as a result, this game is all even halfway through. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The Charlotte Hornets are locked in a tie.
Game track. Bench points. Player of the half.
The chosen one has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to over. Fellas, back to you.
All even to the first half of play as we get rolling once again here in the third quarter.
My ball. Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball.
Irving to Davis. Kicks it around the perimeter. Davis to Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Oh, whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal team foul, number 1.
Fires the 3.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Malik Monk is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Second and 3, no good. Missed opportunity. 0 for 3 at the line. Leonard. Pass stolen by the Hornets. Goes reverse to lay it in.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
And he finishes at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
James to Harden. Anthony Davis. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
To Nick Batum. Has a look. Gets a shot up off the mark. Count it.
With handles like that, you get into the hoop at will.
Hornets have the basketball. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Davis, and a pass taken away by Charlotte. Monk, Harden's on him. Trying to cash in, it's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Okay, you don't get a 10 for style points, but it worked.
Irving to Leonard. Has a chance. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. On the follow. Way to stay with. It.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Batum. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Not that time. To Irving. Leonard. And a nice finish at the rim.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Rozier with it. His guys down 3. To Nick Batum. Almost, but no good. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
James Harden, 4 out of 7.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
LeBron James snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Leonard to Harden. Davis. It's no good. Shots not going down. Big finish at the rim. Now the Hornets take the timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
Have you seen the latest items in our silent auction? Have a look for yourself at the display behind section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Kevin Durant with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Towns. Over to the right side. Thompson to Durant. Beyond the arc for three. And Kevin Durant unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the three.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Gets it in the right corner. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Towns to Durant. For three, smothering D.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
James to Thompson. Goes to the right side. Fakes. Drives to the rim and scores.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. The margin standing now at 7. Miles Bridges. Jumper's good.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in it. They even throw their bodies into it. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
To James. Not today.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at,
Got a piece of it.
jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Oh, Ben Simmons. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of them.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. To Miles Bridges. Lets it fly from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. Thompson to bring it into the front court. They can get a 2 for 1 if they hurry. Pass stolen by the Hornets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
LeBron James with the rock. Harden. He was all over him. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. And that's going to get out of bounds. It'll stay with Charlotte. Hornets with the first possession here in the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Harden shoots. To Miles Bridges. Goes to the left side. Has a look. Won't go. Anthony Davis! Tips it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular seasons, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Durant to Thompson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Durant. Harden. Not done yet. And 2 for AD.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Irving. They'll get it down to Thompson. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Batum. And the rebound taken in by Davis. Irving with the basketball. His team on top by 8. And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Durant to Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
That is great vision to set it up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Yes, Klay Thompson. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Same old tricks, same bag. Ain't nothing new there.
To Leonard. Trying to cash in, cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Charlotte basketball. Won't go. To the rim, lays it up and in.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
And that one is out. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 13, James Harden.
LeBron James sends it away. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron James. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 70% free throw shooter. First try at the line, no good. Off the mark, 0 for 2 at the line. To Harden. Davis. And a pass taken away by Charlotte.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Hornets right now in possession. Kidd-Gilchrist against Harden. Short jumper misses. To Davis. Got toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Batum. To Rozier. Here comes the screen. Rozier. And drills it. Jay.
Defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Harden to Durant. From long range. Another chance. Anthony Davis. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Oh, a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. And he buries it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
James into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
To Nick Batum. Gets it in the left corner. 4-3. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Rozier into the front court. His guys down 11. Batum to Rozier. Rozier rocking the rim. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Davis. Second effort to the outside. To Davis. Deep left corner. Cruises inside for 2.
Man, he got blown by on that one. but sometimes those plays can spark the defender to buckle down and give way more effort to not be embarrassed like that ever again.
Going to launch beyond the arc. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Leonard. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Off the assist.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Harden. Great defense, forcing the miss. LeBron James able to recover with the block.
The West, finish with a... See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.
We come to you live on EA Sports, and it's a Windy City special in the booth. I'm Ed Cohen with the... One by the... Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm his team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
To Danny Green. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. James, his first effort off the mark. George, off the iron, no good. To Cousins. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Leonard. Short jumper off the mark. To James. LeBron James. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here's Leonard for 2. Knocks it down from mid-range.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And it's Beverly there to grab the rebound. Goes to the left side. George. Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it, within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
James to Kyle Kuzma. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Team foul number 2.
Here's LeBron for 2. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Beverly into the front court. Down 2. He gets it.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Danny Green against George. To James. LeBron James. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Davis to Cousins. LeBron, tough matchup against George. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Leonard. For 3. And Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Danny Green to Kyle Kuzma. the penetration, almost, but no good. LeBron James. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Strong finish that time for Danny Green. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Leonard. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Davis. Beyond the arc for 3. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Kawhi Leonard. He's now 4 for 6.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Oh, big finish at the rim. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
James. To Danny Green. Deep 2 there. Slams it home on the putback.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Beverly into the front court. Down 6. Easy path to the rim. A 20-footer at the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Lakers have the lead. First quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency. It was really hot.
I don't know if I'm watching an all-star game or a regular season game because I'm telling you right now, Ed, if it was the regular season, which it is, by the way, you probably want to see some teams play some defense.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Williams. Deep right corner. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Leonard. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Over to the right side. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lou Williams. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
For the Lakers, number 15, DeMarcus Cousins.
Cousins.
Entering the game for the Clippers, number 20.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
To Williams. JaVale McGee sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
McGee powers it through.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
And the slam.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Oh, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
James to Caldwell-Pope. Fires the three. Not done yet. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Williams, not done yet. And it's Davis for the rebound. Caldwell Pope. Misfires. It's no good. Williams across the timeline. Now down 6. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
LBJ has it. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. And the finish, slam dunk.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
To Leonard. To Harkless. George. Williams buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
And he's going to the free throw line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Kawhi Leonard, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws.
Subbing in for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 5, Montrezl.
Lakers at the controls right now. Lets it fly from long range. You give him that much time, he's going to make you pay. LeBron James with the 3.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Just off the mark. Anthony Davis. 2 of 4 now. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
James to Cousins. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. The Clippers now hold a penalty.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Leonard can't go down. Smothering defense. A 17-footer at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Lakers have the lead. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. LA Clippers with the basketball. George. It's LeBron with the rebound. Davis to Cousins. Deep left corner. Kuzma. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. Leonard. To George. Leonard. Tough shot. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Leonard to Paul George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Oh, a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Number 21, Patrick Beverly. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
James. Jumper's good.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Leonard.
Come on, that's money.
Beverly. To Leonard. From long range. James with the board. Paul George. That's no good. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Beverly. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
James, great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. To George. Here's a chance from long range. That's how you defend.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
It's George for 2. Paul George. Now 3 for 9.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Kuzma, bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
And Paul George good on the quick release there.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
George rises for the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Danny Green. Fires the 3. No good. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. George lets it fly. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
Hey everyone, check this out. The first 1,000 fans in our next home game will receive a free team poster. Even better, 3 lucky fans will win a poster that's been signed by the entire team. Show up early for your chance to win.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Williams. He was all over him.
Shoot or shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Kyle Kuzma. Harkless to Leonard. To the rim, lays it up and in. It's Cook with the basketball. Leads a bucket. Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go. To Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. He'll take that any day.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
George and Davis there to grab the rebound. Kyle Kuzma. And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Three quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. The Lakers have the lead. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter. And that halftime lead, it was cut down in the third.
And just because the numbers on a scoreboard say that you're winning doesn't mean that the feeling on the court implies that. This team is gaining momentum. If you don't do something to gain your momentum back, they're going to come back and win this game.
To Caldwell Pope for three. And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. To George. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Goes to the left side. Anthony Davis. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Leonard. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Leonard to Beverly. Leonard. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Caldwell Pope to Cousins. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Misses the first. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, number 20.
Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Paul George. 4-3. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
And Cousins is fouled. Boogie going to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
2 for 2 on that trip. Kawhi Leonard in a matchup with Boogie. Beyond the arc for 3, and he knocks it down, Jay.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Kawhi Leonard. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Leonard. Fires the 3, knocks it down, and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
3-pointer plus a free throw on that trip. The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Curling inside. Short jumper won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Beverly. Patrick Beverly. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Whistle blows, intentional foul.
I don't know if that was part of the game plan. Sometimes a foul like that can fire up the other team.
Lets it fly from long range. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Cousins. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. They're set to jump it up to see who gets possession. Kuzma. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. LeBron into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Has a chance. Shot by McGee, no good. The follow won't go either. Leonard. That right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Kawhi Leonard with the block. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. George. Man, that was a tough shot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the